Hello everybody, welcome to Verbling. Today we're going to be talking about current events. So get ready to read some New York Times articles and some Wikipedia articles. Today, not just that, we're going to be discussing some of these current events as well, so we won't just be focusing on reading. So if you have a reservation, feel free to use it now. To get reservations, you can either like us on Facebook, connect with us on Facebook, watch a simple video, refer friends, or pay a premium price. So we've got Nihan, can you hear me?
Hello? Hi.
How's it going? Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I hear you. Can you hear me?
All right, perfect. Yes.
Okay.
Also, we have Laszlo. Can you hear me? Or how about Tarcisio?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing great, thank you. You can hear me okay?
I can hear you perfectly.
All right, awesome. Let's hope it stays that way. Google has been not the most reliable lately, so that's unfortunate. But it's good that you all can hear me right now. So, so today we're going to be looking at a couple of different articles. I hope everyone's excited for this because I really like class talking about current events, like people's perspectives. So I'm going to post some links right now, and then hopefully everyone can see them.
I think
Laszlo,
I
can you hear
can't
me?
hear you very good right now, but I think it's my connection.
No, I can't hear too. It's a little intermittent.
Your voice is cutting.
Okay. Usually that happens when a bunch of people are joining, so hopefully we'll be all right now. Let's see.
Are you using video?
Okay.
You can turn off your video and
Yeah, I'll probably turn off my
it
video.
may help you.
Yeah. Okay. Can everyone still hear me okay? Let's run through everybody. Joseph, can you hear me?
Yeah, it's very clear now.
Oh, perfect.
I just want to ask you, so are you using the Firefox?
Joseph, can you hear me? No, I'm using Google Chrome.
Alright. So I was having a... Someone's talking. Sorry. I was, the last 3 days there was, a lot of problem with Verbling and Hangout.
Hold on one second, Joseph. I'm gonna talk to Andrea. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Could you turn could you close the Verbling window?
Okay.
So the Verbling, so you should have a Google Hangouts window and then also a Verbling window. If you could close the Verbling window, then there won't be feedback. Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, sorry, what were you saying, Joseph?
I say the last 2-3 days because I think the Verbling they are making some upgrades to their website, and they are adding new things for Hangout as well. And the problem it's mostly occurred with Firefox and Google Chrome. So I changed to other browser, Safari browser, and it's integrated very well and it's working very well. Even it's not loading when you join Hangout, it's immediately joined. So that might help.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Thank you for saying that. I'll take note of that, and I'll tell other teachers on Verbling as well. Um, all right. Can Valentina hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. And how about Tarcisio? Can you still hear me?
Okay, now it's very good. It's clear.
All right. Awesome. And Ihan, can you still hear me? Okay.
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Awesome. Great. And Lasso, can you hear me?
Yes.
Awesome. And Juan, can you hear me? Juan, I don't know if your microphone's working or not. It seems like other people can hear me, so when you get your microphone working, just go ahead and jump in. Let's go with Hyatt. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Oh, yeah, Laszlo,
Thanks.
I can hear you.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. How about Hyatt? Hyatt, can you hear okay? I guess Hyatt can't either. Hatim, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you perfectly. Thank you. And Andrea, can you hear me? Hear me? All right, so let's go through some introductions just really quickly. Sorry that I can't have the video on. It seems like Google Hangout works a lot better if I don't have it on. So I'll keep it off for now, and hopefully none of us will be kicked out. That'd be great. So my name is Troy. I am a college student. I'll graduate in June, and I'm very excited to graduate and get out of school. Let's go with Yosef. Yosef,
Well,
can you
my
introduce
name is
yourself?
Yosef. My name is Yosef, and I'm from Yemen. Yeah, I guess that's it.
All right. Valentina, could you introduce yourself?
Hello, everyone. I'm Valentina from Russia.
Nice. Tarcisio, can you introduce yourself?
Yes. My name is Tarcisio. I'm from Brazil. I am 17 years old, and I graduated last year. So I'm just doing nothing here.
All right. Well, welcome to class. Nihan, could you introduce yourself?
My name is Mihan. I'm from Turkey. I am 36 years old and I am an accountant.
All right. And Laszlo, could you introduce yourself?
Yes. Hello. I'm Laszlo from Hungary. If it is easy for you, you can name Leslie in English. So, and I learn law.
All right. Well, I think you'll be fine with Laszlo's. I hope I'm not butchering the pronunciation, but it seems easy enough. Juan, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Perfect. Can you introduce yourself?
Well, I'm sorry, I can hear you very well right now. Wait a second.
Okay.
And now, yes, I can hear you.
Okay, perfect.
Yep. So, sorry, did you ask me something?
Oh yeah, I was just asking if you could introduce yourself.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I am Juan David from Santa Marta, no, in Colombia, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is my first time in Berlin. So I mean that this is my first class with you. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
Perfect. Well,
yep.
Welcome to class.
Thanks, man.
All right. So Hyatt is next. Hyatt, can you hear us? Okay. Doesn't seem like it. Hatim, could you introduce yourself?
Yeah, my name is Hatim. I'm from Saudi Arabia.
Nice. Also, welcome to class. And Andrea, could you introduce yourself?
Yes. Yes. My name is Andrea. I'm from Brazil.
All right. Cool. Well, welcome everybody. So today we're going to be focusing on reading current events, and once we read the certain articles, then we will comment on them. So I did a lesson similar to this earlier today. I was really tired, so I didn't have a chance to plan my lesson earlier. But so here's the 2 links, or I'll give you 3 links that we can either talk about any of these different events. So this first one is just the current events on Wikipedia that we can choose through. Another site that I have that I like a lot as well is this site called News in Levels. And what that does is it goes over the same story in 3 different levels, and we can go over the different vocabulary and how it becomes more advanced. And then this last link is one that I found in the New York Times that I've wanted to read for a little while. It is an address by President Obama when he just visited Israel. And I've heard that speech was a very, very good speech. So if we want to go to more advanced speech writing and academic English, that is also a current event that we could talk about. But I'm curious to see what everyone would like to talk about first. So current events being what we're going to focus on, there's a lot that is happening. So is there any particular story that pops out to someone that they would like to read or focus on?
I don't.
No? Okay.
No.
All right. We could let's then Hatsum just mentioned the New York Times article. I'm really interested in that as well because that's it's a well-written speech from what I've heard. So let's all click on that link, which is the last one that I just put. So yeah, let's read that because this focuses on a lot of good points that Obama has touched on. So I think it's a pretty good article to read for current events.
Mm-hmm.
So can anyone not access that article? Everyone's okay?
Which article
The article you posted.
which one? You
The-
sent 3
Yeah.
links.
Yeah,
Okay.
that one, the newest one. It says New York Times. So
Okay. Right.
It's about Obama.
correct. It's about Obama's speech.
Okay.
So it's pretty long, but I feel that this is a really interesting article because he talks about so many different things that we could talk about. So, look, who would like to read first? I think Joseph. Joseph, are you gone or did you come back already? Okay, I think he might still be gone.
I would like to read first.
Okay. Tarcisio, go ahead.
Okay.
How about you read the first 2? Could you read the first 2 paragraphs?
First, okay. Following is a complete transcript of President Obama's remarks in Jerusalem on March 21st, 2013. The welcome that I've received from the people of Israel. Cheers, applause. Okay. Thank you. I bring with me the support of the American people and the friendship that binds us together. You
That
know,
binds
over
us.
the last... Huh?
Oh, sorry.
What?
I was just any little pronunciation things. I was just going to point out. So the first binds us together is how you pronounce it. But
Binds
very
us?
Good. Very good.
Okay. You know, over the last 2 days, I've reaffirmed the bonds between our countries with Prime Ministers Netanyahu,
Netanyahu, yeah. Continue.
the Netanyahu of the Jewish people at the shrine of the book, and I've seen Israel shining future in our science and your entrepreneurs. This is a nation of museums and entrepreneurs. This is a nation of museums and patents, timeless holy sites, groundbreaking innovation. Only in Israel could you see the Dead Sea Scrolls in the place where the technology on board the Mars rover originated at the same time.
Very good. I'm very impressed. Tarcisio, that was a lot of difficult words that you just read, and difficult pronunciation, but you did an excellent job.
Thank you. I'm trying to improve.
All right. So is there any questions about the first two paragraphs that Tarcisio just read?
What's the meaning of
entrepreneurs?
Very good.
Yeah.
Entrepreneurs. Juan, do you know what the meaning is?
Entrepreneurs is like people that invest in the companies, right?
It's people that not just invest in companies, but also create new things. So, for instance, Mark Zuckerberg is an entrepreneur. He made Facebook, so he created something. So that is.
So it's people who create new things.
Very good. Like an inventor, but inventors usually they make. Actually, when you say an inventor, you usually think of the actual physical object. So the inventor of, Mac, of Apple is Steve Jobs. Like it's an actual thing that you can hold. Well, an entrepreneur could be a person who makes software or a person who does different things that maybe you can't physically touch, but it's there.
Right.
Okay, very good question though. Nihan, would you like to read the next two paragraphs?
Of course. But what I have most looked forward to is the ability to speak directly to you, the Israel people, especially so many young people who are here today, to talk to you about the history that brought us here today and the future that you will make in years to come.
Very good. Could you go on with the next one?
Now I know that in Israel's vibrant democracy, every word, every gesture is carefully
scrutinized.
Can you pronounce it? Scrutinized. It's carefully scrutinized. But I want to clear something up, just so you know. Any drama between me and my friend Bibi over the years was just a plot to create material for Eras Nehederet. That's the only thing that was going on. We just wanted to make sure the writers had good material. I couldn't pronounce the name Eras Nehederet.
Nehederet?
Nehederet, yes.
I'm not sure if that's the exact pronunciation either. That's just how I would say it. But yeah. All right. So is there any? He's just opening up in this speech, but so he's making a joke about BB. Does anyone know what this means? The drama between me and my friend BB.
No, I don't know what that means.
Netanyahu or Perez?
That's what I'm thinking too. Because I think, excuse me, I think that it's probably Netanyahu. I'm not sure though. Yeah, it is. I just looked it up. So he's just making a joke because sometimes the United States and Israel recently have not gotten along with some things. So he's just using that as a joke to say that even though we did not get along on a couple of things, we just wanted other people to be able to write good material. So like for a movie or a TV show, you know, to add good drama.
What about scrutinized?
What about? Sorry, could you say that again?
Scrutinized. Scrutinized.
Scrutinized. Yes.
Scrutinized. Yeah.
So to carefully scrutinize something is to look over very, very carefully. To so, for instance, if you started to read something, so for instance, like Tarcisio, if you were reading the first paragraph and every single word I corrected your pronunciation, that is to scrutinize you. You know.
Oh, okay.
Very, very harsh.
It.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. Okay, so who would like to read the next one? Valentina, would you like to read the next two paragraphs?
Sure.
Okay.
I also know that I come to Israel. Israel? On the eve of sacred holiday, the celebration of Passover. And that is where I would like to begin today. Just a few days from now, Jews here in Israel and around the world will sit with family and friends at the Seder table and celebrate with songs, wine, and symbolic foods. Often during Seders with family and friends in Chicago and on the Champagne Trail. I'm proud that I've now brought this tradition into the White House. And I did so.
Tradition, very good.
And I did so. I did so because I wanted my daughters to experience the Haggadah and the story at the center of Passover that makes this time of year so powerful. It's a story of centuries of slavery and years of wandering in the desert. A story of perseverance amidst persecution and faith in God and the Torah.
Very good. All right, so let's go through some of those difficult words to pronunciate. So the first one was campaign trail. So Valentina, do you know what the campaign trail is?
Campaign. I read it wrong. Campaign trail. Well, I only can guess what it is.
Okay, go ahead and guess.
Well, maybe Obama has a campaign. And this campaign has a trail.
Perfect. Yeah. So the expression "the campaign trail" is when you are campaigning to be president. You are going around the country trying to get people to like you, really. Like, so you want other people to vote for you. So that's when Obama and other people will go around to try and campaign. They will try and make themselves popular to others, so they will be voted in. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, and then the second word is perseverance.
Perseverance.
Very good. Do you know what this word means?
No, have no idea.
So, to persevere is to keep going forward. No matter what happens to you, you just keep trying and trying and trying again. So, say that.
Persistence.
Yes, to be persistent is a good synonym for that. So to always try and never give up. So your perseverance. So perseverance amidst. So amidst just means like within or among. So to persevere amidst persecution, that means to try really, really hard, no matter what persecution or no matter what hard things come your way. Does that make sense? Okay.
So can you tell me something? When should I use between, among, and amid? Amid is, I don't know how to say this word. Amid, yeah.
Yes.
I don't know when to use this, especially this word.
Yes. Okay. So this word is not often used. I would say only use it when writing or when doing very formal speeches like Obama just did.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's a very good question, though. Very good question.
Because we use between when something is singular, and among when we are talking about, I don't know how to say, but let me think. Among when you are talking about something in group, am I right?
Very true.
Like
very good.
there is fire among the people, among the crowd.
That's perfect. Yeah. So there's fire among the crowd. That's a very good example. Amidst is just, I would say, it's also like among. You only use it with plural things, but like I said, it's a very formal word. You used it when you were just talking to someone on the street. They might look at you like, "Are you a professor? You know, why are you using certain words like this?" So, very good question, though. All right, let's keep going, though. Laszlo, could you read the next two paragraphs?
Yes. It's a story about finding freedom in your own land, and for the Jewish people, this story is central to who you've become. But it's also a story that holds within the universal human experience with all of its suffering, but also all of its salvation. It's a part of the three great religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, that trace their origins to Abraham and see Jerusalem as sacred. And it's a story that's inspired communities across the globe, including me and my fellow Americans.
Very good. Could you read the next one, because the first paragraph you read was just a very short one.
All right. In the United States, a nation made of people who cross oceans to start anew, we are naturally drawn to the idea of finding freedom in our land. To African Americans, the story of Exodus was perhaps the central story, the most powerful image about emerging from the grip of bondage to reach for liberty and human dignity. A tale that was carried from slavery through the civil rights movement into today.
Very good. All right, Laszlo, that was excellent. Is there any questions about what Obama is saying here? Does everyone understand the similarities that he's comparing between Passover and civil rights movement? Does everyone know what the civil rights movement is?
Yes.
I don't know.
Okay. Could someone explain what the civil rights movement is?
I don't know what that.
Oh, okay. Was it Valentina or was it Nihan who said they knew what it was?
I know, but civil rights movement is Lincoln, Abraham Lincoln text, maybe.
Yeah, that was a part of it. So the civil rights movement, when most people say that, they're referring to the 1960s and the 1950s, when African Americans wanted equal rights with people of other colors during that time period, because they were treated differently. So yeah, that's so what he's saying, what Obama is saying here is that a lot of African Americans would take the story of the Passover, of the Exodus, and they would apply it to themselves. They would say, we are in slavery and in bondage, even though they might not be actual slaves. They were not given complete rights that others were given, and so that's why they would use that story.
Like women in the past.
Yeah, that's very true. All right, so let's keep going. Juan, could you read the next two paragraphs?
Sorry, Troy.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear me the meaning of NU?
NU. Oh wait. Where I'm trying to find it. It's a story though.
The paragraph of the United States.
Yep.
Oh, to start anew. So that's just to start over. To start anew is a
later. Like renew?
Yeah, it's like renew, but anew means like a fresh slate, like no problems, no previous things to influence how you start. So in the United States, when people came across the ocean... Oh, sorry, say that one more time?
Can we use again?
To start again. Yeah, that's fine. Anew is, again, a very formal and older word.
Thanks.
Yeah. Okay, Juan, could you read the next one? The next two paragraphs?
Okay. For generations, this promise helped people wither poverty and persecution, while holding up to the hope that a better day was on the horizon. For me personally, growing up in far-flung parts of the world and without firm roots, the story spoke to a yearning within every human being for a home. Of course, even as we draw strength from the story of God, will, and His gift of freedom expressed past power, we also know that here on earth we must bear of responsibilities in an imperfect world.
Very good. All right, so let's try to say the word earth.
Earth?
Earth. Very good.
Right.
All right. So what does everyone understand from those two paragraphs?
I'm sorry, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering when you read that, Juan, what was Obama saying? What was
okay.
What is the point?
Obama is saying that the thing that he's trying to do, it will help to the people to make the way of life better, right?
Yes.
That's
good.
Yep. So yeah, but it's the thing that I guess.
Yeah, No, that's perfect. Okay, let's try. Hayat, can you hear me okay or no?
What is the far flung, Troy?
Oh, far flung. Very good. That's a. Um, it's an expression. So far flung, to fling something is to throw something very far.
Okay.
And so far flung means very, very far places.
They are separated and they are not close to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Sorry, I forgot the means. The journey means. Forget it.
Oh, yearning is to want something. So the story spoke to every person who wants a home.
Desire.
Okay, yeah, very good.
Thank you.
All right, so let's go on to Hatim.
Yeah.
Could you read the next, the last paragraph, and then we'll go to the next page.
Okay. That means accepting our measure of sacrificing and struggle, just like previous generations. It means us working through generation after generation on behalf of that ideal of freedom. As Dr. Martin Luther King said on the day before he was killed, I may not get there with you, but I want you to know that we, as a people, will get to the promised land. So just Joshua carried on after Moses. The work goes on for all of you, the Joshua generation, for justice and dignity, for opportunity and freedom. For the Jewish people, the journey to the promise of the state of Israel wound through countless generations. It involved centuries of suffering and exile, prejudice and pogroms, and even genocide. Through it all, the Jewish people sustained their unique identity and tradition, as well as a longing to return home. And while Jews achieved extraordinary success in many parts of the world, the dream of true freedom finally found its full expression in the Zionists' idea to be a free people in your homeland.
Very good. All right, there's a lot of difficult words in there. So one of them that that was difficult to pronounce, maybe, Hatim, was prejudice. Could you say that word for me? Prejudice.
Prejudice.
Mm-hmm. So does everyone know what that word means?
It's like segregation or discrimination.
Very good. Yeah, exactly.
Damage.
Mm-hmm.
Prejudice.
Yeah, I mean, it does damage to people when people are prejudiced. That's a very good point.
To hurt.
Mm-hmm. All right. Andrea, could you read the next two paragraphs?
Yes, I can. I could. And that's why I believe that Israel is rooted not just in history and tradition, but also in a simple and profound idea. The idea that people deserve to be free in a land of their own. Over the last 65 years, when Israel has been at its best, Israelis have demonstrated that responsibility does not end when you reach the promised land. It only begins.
Very good. All right. So, what is? Do you know what he's saying here? Does everyone understand what points he is making?
What is rooted?
What word?
Rooted.
Like origin.
Rooted.
Oh, yeah, rooted.
Root.
Yeah, that's very good. That's where the origin is. Right.
Yes. Okay.
Yes, that's a very good question. Can someone else maybe, Nihan, what do you think Obama is saying in these two paragraphs?
I shut down the Andre's voice at the first time. It was too loud, and I couldn't hear when she's reading. I just read now.
Okay, that's fine. So
He is saying that he is praising Israel because Israel believes that people deserve to be free.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They live like they live into a jail, like this, right?
Hey, I'm sorry. Could you say that again, Juan?
The Israeli people live into into a jail. You know what I mean?
Oh, throw people into jail. Yes. Yeah. So maybe we probably won't be able to get through the whole speech. I'm just looking at the time, and I want to discuss more of this. But it's very interesting that. So I guess we can stop. This is good practice for reading, but I want to hear everyone's opinions about this. Yeah, I would suggest for everyone to read this after class for good English practice, and then we can go over this again next time. But what I really like about this speech is he calls for Israel to be understanding of the situation in Palestine and in Gaza. And so does everyone know the current event, what is happening there right now with Palestine and Gaza?
Yes. Gaza.
Yeah, so Nahan, what is happening? Could you tell the rest of the class?
I could try, but my English is not very good. In my own language, I could try, but can I pass?
Okay, yeah, you can pass. That's fine. So what's happening right now is Israel and Palestine has never gotten along very much when it comes to this type of thing. And so President Obama, though, what he's saying is that there needs to be a home for the Palestinians as well. And so just like how the Israelis received a home back when they started to make Israel after World War II, what he's saying is that Palestinians also deserve to have a home and to have a separate state, to have a separate nation, not Israel over Gaza or Israel over Palestine. Does this make sense? Does everyone understand this?
Understand? Yeah.
Yes.
I do.
So this is a very interesting debate, though, because the Israelis, a lot of their government officials right now do not want that. They do not want two separate states. So that's in my opinion, that's very interesting that President Obama would go over there and say things to a large group of people that the other leaders in that country would not like to hear. So, Valentina, what do you think about this situation?
About situation of the speech?
Well, I guess both. Either one.
What did I understand? If I'm not wrong, Obama wants to compare the history of the United States and the real situation in Israel, Palestine, and maybe he wants with this example to show that they can find the solution of the situation, something like that.
That's perfect. That's exactly what I think President Obama is trying to get across to the Israeli people, is that just like I think this is very interesting because it goes back and forth in history of a long time ago with the Exodus and the Passover is what President Obama starts the speech with, and then how African Americans, they took that in the 1950s and 60s with Martin Luther King Jr. They used that example to try and reach what they called the promised land, where there's opportunity and equality. But now, what Obama is saying is it's going back to Israel in the sense that now Israel can take an example from the civil rights movement with Dr. Martin Luther King and see that everyone needs to be, everyone needs to be an equal citizen, that there isn't some people above other people. Does this make sense to everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a very interesting literary device, is what we would call it, of where it travels, the example travels back and forth between two different groups of people.
It's a great speech, but I have to scrutinize it carefully because I don't get it really well. But it's a great speech.
Well, thank you for saying that, and I like your use of the word scrutinize. I think that's very good.
Thank you.
So let's get a discussion about this though. Juan, are you familiar with the situation in Israel and in Palestine?
I can hear you very well.
Okay. So do you know of the history between Israel and Palestine?
Oh, yeah. Yes, and I guess the. Sorry, did you ask me if I know something about the history about Israel and Afghanistan, right?
Oh, not Afghanistan, but Palestine.
Ah, Palestine.
It's okay if you don't. No,
I don't.
Yeah, it's all right. Does anyone know the history behind this? Laszlo, do you know?
Maybe a little. I know that there are a lot of wars between these two nations.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very hard to create peace.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are a lot of Palestinian citizens between the state of Israel. So it's very. So I think it's very find the solution of the living in peace.
Yeah, it's very difficult, but it's very critical. It's very important to find a solution.
I heard sometimes that the reason that these countries, this kind of people are fighting. The principal reason is that they are fighting for religion stuff. Yes.
Sure.
I would say yeah, that's a part of it. Yeah.
So really, we need to know first if we can if we could try to fix something or manage the stuff to be to create peace, and I get that we need to know fear the real reasons why these countries are fighting. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I want to add something.
Oh,
Yep.
go ahead, Valentina.
It seems like about religious, but I don't believe it. It's about exactly economical and problems.
Territory.
But in my
tell them?
country, my president says that the two nations are equal for Israel people and Palestinian people. But in my country, he didn't treat same in it. In Turk or Kurdish people, we have the same problem. But I think it's a, how can I say, bilateral or two-faced. And it's easy to express peace or equivalences when you haven't got any problem in your country.
Right.
And Obama, that's a really important expression for USA president say this kind of things. That's very important. I couldn't ignore this, but it's really very easy to say it when you are not facing that kind of problem.
That's a very, very good point, Nihan. That I commend you with that point that you just made. It's a very valid argument that it is always easier to talk about solving a problem when you don't have that problem yourself.
Yes, and we have that kind of problems in our country, and our president, maybe you know it, say 1 minute and leave the conference in the Israel. You know it. But in our country, he doesn't treat the same way. But it's like a political treatment, I think, and it's very how can I say the exact true word? It's kind of not two-faced or
yeah, hypocritical.
Yes, that's the right word. Hypocritical for politicians.
That's a very, very good point. Sorry, we also have a new student in the class. Valentina, can you read what is the new student's name? I can't read Cyrillic.
Where? The guy next to me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Vitaly.
Vitaly. Vitaly, can you hear me? I guess not. How about Sido? Sido, can you hear me?
Is he Russian?
The name is Russian, at least.
All right. Well, welcome to class, you two.
Hello.
Oh, there you are. All right. So right now we're just talking about current events, and specifically with Israel and Palestine. We just were reading a speech by President Obama that was given in Israel, and so we're talking about that situation right now. Excuse me. So Nihan just brought up a very, very good point of it's easy to try and solve a problem or to appear to try and solve a problem when you don't have that problem, but really it's quite difficult if you have the problem yourself. So here's an interesting thing that I want to bring up. Maybe Juan or Tarcisio, I want to hear what you guys both think about this. What President Obama did of bringing up the necessity or the importance of having a two-state Palestine and Israel would be very, very daunting or very, very scary to bring up in front of all these people that might not want that. Am I correct? Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
So would
I really don't get the speech. I've got to analyze it.
Oh, it's okay.
Sorry,
So,
but
no, it's fine. So what I'm saying is President Obama said things that other people really might not like, but he said it anyway because he felt that was important to say. So the question I have for you is, would you be that brave would you be that brave to say things in front of everyone that you knew was right but might not be popular?
Yes,
I'm not
I agree.
sure about it. I think
okay.
I don't.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
that's very, very difficult to do.
it's really difficult. He
Juan,
is brave.
Yes, he's very brave. Juan, what would you do?
Sorry?
The situation that President Obama was in, of talking about something that's very difficult and very controversial, but saying it in front of such a large group of people would require a lot of bravery. So would you, if you were in that situation, what do you think you would do?
Well, yeah, it is a really hard situation. So, well, maybe I will try to, if I was the president in that moment, I will try to manage some stuff, because it is really hard to say, because the situation is really stressing, and I don't know really.
Yeah, no, that's a very, very good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that requires a lot of bravery. I think this was. I'm sorry that we only focused on this one article. Usually, I like to focus on at least two current event articles, but this one was a very interesting one. It was very long. I didn't know it was this long, but. Does anyone else have any final thoughts or final questions that they would like to ask or say?
I think when you're an ordinary people, what you say is not so important. But if you're a president and the biggest country's president, it is so important to say, to talk about the equivalent of this situation. But I express my ideas. It is too easy to say something. I want to know, and I want to some real actions for this problem.
Yeah. Well, that's a very, very good point. It's easy when you're not in a position of power to say things, but when you are in a position of power, sometimes it's very difficult and very scary. So, very, very good point, Nihan. All right. Well, next week we're going to have another class on current events. So I'm going to post beforehand. I will post 2 articles, either from newspapers or from Wikipedia, and that way, if you could come to class prepared by reading about that, then we will just discuss it and maybe read little parts, little bits and pieces of the article. But really, what I want to do is focus more on discussing this than next time. Like how we did this time was just reading it. But anyway, so thank you very much, everyone. I enjoyed this class. Thanks for all your comments, and everyone's English was fantastic. Good job.
Mm-hmm.
So
thank you so
Thank
much.
you, teacher.
Thanks.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.